Ketchum, Oklahoma. About to kick this load off here. I'm gonna open up the pump discharge and our vapor. All right, and this one, they do not have hoses for us to use. Those hoses are for their pump. Actually, wait a minute. Hang on. That vapor is universal. So if you unload into this bulkhead, the plumbing is bigger than that. You could unload into that. It does go into the tank. Actually, no, because it goes to the pump first. So we got to follow the plumbing. This red line comes across. And while it does go up there, it also runs to the pump. If we had this turned off, you could shoot it that way, but this plumbing is twice the size. So we're going to shoot it up this way. Make sure that's the way that it needs to be. This guy can probably be closed. We're going to shoot it straight up here. So this is closed, that's closed, so we're not going to be using any of that plumbing. We're going to shoot it straight up in the air. But we're going to use their vapor, so that's not a bad deal at all. And that line ought to be in here. Do not want to let these dudes fall on the ground. Because it will egg out this fitting. Sure what that is. It must be something to cover that up. The seal's getting a little torn up. Man, I hope that's... No, I'm about to find out here. Yeah, that's leaking. That is leaking. We're gonna have to fix that seal. Seems to be like rocks and crap in there. That's what it is. There's rocks and crap in there. All right, let's try this again. It felt really gritty for some reason. What is the deal here? All right, hang on. We're gonna give that thing a little bit of motivation. These hoses, when they're used for anhydrous ammonia, they rust out. And this one was probably used for that quite a few times. And so, just needs a little motivation, that's all. Much better. Much better. All right. Okay, that's ready to ride. We've already got our numbers. I wrote them down when I got here. We're gonna get this thing going, then we'll worry about getting that vapor going here in just a minute. because we usually have more pressure than they have in the tank we have on our trailer. So that dude will start to spin as we open this up. Twist it just a little bit. All right, and we need it to go this way. Wait a minute. We switched our hoses around, that's right. See, last night it was pushed forward, today it's pulled back because I switched my hoses around so it'd ride a little better. It was at 36 when we started. I'm wondering if instead of going up this way, we need to shoot it this way. There it goes. I saw that needle moving ever so slightly up there. All right, let's get this vapor line on. Okay, follow the plumbing. Right here, pull this up first. Open this. And open this. Okay, now we're gonna idle her up, get this thing off. Yep, she's climbing just fine. What's the pressure in there? It's way up top. I can't read what that says. It's way too high up there for me to read what their pressure says. Here we go. again. Just can't wait to get another load again. Started trying to rain on us a little bit there, but we made it out of there alive. I'm gonna ease on back up to Coffeyville and get us our final load for the week. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I ain't answering the phone. I'm going to the house. These kids need their dad, and their dad needs those kids. My wife just needs a break. So try to help her with that. Let's see, stop sign, yeah, stop sign for them, not stop sign for us, right? Not stop sign for us. Yeah, stop sign for them. Okay. Woo! Well, that was an easy unload. Wide open area, plenty of room to get turned around. I prefer to turn around on an empty trailer, but it was sloped just a little bit. And so this trailer needs to be nose down to unload, whereas the oil trailer needs to be back end down to unload. And so if you have a little bit of a grade, like what's built into the place there, you just kind of got to go with it. You know, the directions on the dispatch say face a certain way for a reason. It's either ease of getting in and out or terrain. And that one happens to be terrain, because honestly it'd been much easier to just pull up, unload off the right hand side, make the U-turn on an empty trailer so it doesn't put as much stress on the tires and the axles. But again, beggars can't be choosers. If the terrain is sloped a certain way, it is what it is, you know. Yes, you can drop the airbags on the truck, but you don't always know if that's going to get you nose down. It might get you flat there, it might, but better safe than sorry. The last thing you want to do is go back with gas on the truck that those people paid for, and also it creates less of a load that you can get the next time for the next customer. So I don't think we got but maybe an hour to get up there is what the drive is. I didn't fire up the GPS this time because, I mean, I know where I'm going. Again, most of the time I just use the GPS for time purposes. But we're gonna run this up to Highway 60. We'll take it all the way back to Nowata, and then we'll run 169 right back into Coffeyville. We'll get reloaded, and then we'll come on back south straight down 169 to Oolaga. Drop that load there, and we are going home. Capital H-O-M-E, home. So much nicer today. It's 70 degrees outside right now. It's been as chilly, if you will, as cold, whatever you want to call it, as cool as 60 degrees so far today. Man, what a pleasant, pleasant surprise. It was 101 yesterday. You know, this cold front moved in, brought a little bit of rain with it. Not much, honestly. It's just spit is all it's done, but the temperature is where we want it. Engine runs much better. Propane likes it a little better. I like it a lot better. I do not like the heat. I'd much rather be in cold weather than hot weather. My wife is the exact opposite, so the old power struggle. Anyway, we're gonna take a couple days off, and then we're gonna have service on Monday. So we'll ease on into the shop. We'll tell them about all our problems, little trouble spots. They will address them as best they can. And fingers crossed, you know, you always go in there, fingers crossed that you get to leave that day with your truck and trailer. that you don't have to use a loaner. You know, you never want to hear, oh, that's it, park it, go ahead and get your stuff out. This one's going to be here a while. I've had that happen. And the engine that they put back together was an absolute monster when it was done. It's great and all, but man, I was without my truck for 2-3 weeks, something like that. It happens. But this truck seems to be operating really well, honestly. There's just little things that need to be addressed, and we'll write them up and get it fixed up. So we're gonna ease on back up the road here and get this next load on. Accident ahead. All right. Well, it must be big if they brought an LED sign out for it. Emergency scene ahead. Yeah, what is going on? If it's big enough for them to put signs out for it, 1-lane road ahead. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere here. We're on a 2-lane highway in eastern Oklahoma. For them to go all out like this, it must be serious. Flagger ahead, hence the 1-lane road. Well, it's like not raining, so, oh. Huh. What do we got here? Guess we wait tight for the flagger. He's throwing the stop sign up at us. We will see how long we'll be here. Okay, he's on the radio telling him he's got a truck. So now we wait. All right, he's waving us on here. What is going on here?
Oh boy, what's going on here?
Oopsie, that's a semi-truck rolled over down in there. That's a Peterbilt 579 semi-truck and a dry van trailer. That's a bad day. Well, now they're unloading it. Pallets of stuff. Wow. Well, hope the driver's okay, first and foremost. You can replace the truck. Hope that driver's okay. It's a bad day for anybody. And this is going to be kind of a blind get on here. This sucks. I hate when they do the roads like this. You cannot see out of a semi-truck when they do this. Thankfully, there's a little bit of water happening, so some people have headlights on. A lot of people don't. It is so hard to tell. Alright, I think we're good. We're going with it. Still can't see in the big mirror. There we go, finally. Goodness. These turns are the worst. The good thing is we weren't loaded, so we can actually get accelerating. Well, we're gonna head up and get our load. Hopefully that driver's all right. Maybe just fell asleep at the wheel or something. I mean, weather wasn't crazy. It's oh, we got a hero out here. My goodness. Welcome to Oklahoma. People are absolute savages. Well, let's go get this load and let's wrap this day up. All right, we're coming up to our destination here on the right. It's 2 tanks kind of up on this hill. It's after hours for them. It's almost 6 p.m. I think they leave at like 4 or 4:30. I was kind of hoping that they'd still be open so we wouldn't have to park on the shoulder of the freeway, but that's what we're gonna have to do here. So we'll turn on our flashers, start getting these people to go around us, or just keep following us. We're gonna have to go up here and unlock this gate. Woo! Kind of sort of wish I came here first today, but I wasn't thinking that it was going to be that late in the day. So let's get up here and get this gate unlocked. I know some drivers will park right here on this drive, but man, you're fully loaded trying to get started on this thing. It's tough. All right, gate unlocked. Drop that one there for a minute. Good deal, we'll get pulled in here. Another option we had was to unload this one last night, but man, it's super sketch sitting on the side of the highway at night, you know. So I opted to do this one today. I just kind of wish I would have had my head on straight a little bit more and we'd have done it without having to lock and unlock, but that's all right. All right. So now we're gonna kind of have to wait just a second here. I'm gonna have to grab, there we go. We are up. And this one we want to approach the far side, facing north, and unload off the right hand side. We'll be using our hoses again. This one's a little different. There's a little nitrogen tank somewhere that I need to locate again that we'll use to open their air valves. There it is right there. There's a little nitrogen tank. You know what? We're gonna get straightened up here. No reason to try to fight this thing. We got plenty of room. We can go around the back side if you want when you're empty, but I've always just backed straight out. good right there. Fan on. Set the brakes. Our PTO on. On duty. All right, let's do this. We haven't hooked up yet, but I saw these cows checking me out. Figured I'd go check out the cows. Should we talk to them? They're interested. I don't know if they're scared or not. Nope. It's okay, cow. It's all right, cow. He's moving his head around. Oh, that one's giving birth. Figure of speech. And look at that acorn truck. I'll be headed to Coffeyville, get him a load. Got our readings. Got our PTO running. Let's do this. First things first. These are closed, so we're good here. So you would lift these up. The problem is the nitrogen isn't being used, so it won't stay open. See? So we're gonna turn this tank on. You just have to always remember to turn it off when we're done. Should just be able to give it a little bit of juice. Push to close. There it went. It's what we needed. So now we'll go ahead and close this dude back down. Make sure that's good. Okay, we're good to go. So they stay open. It's the nitrogen that works these and works these, and they're now open as well. So now we'll get our trailer opened up. Overall, the load and the unload may seem a little redundant, but the reality of the situation is every place is different. Every one of these is a little different. The direction you got to pull in, what you got to do when you get there, it's all a little different. We're going to leave that dude right there for now, because we're going to wait till we're unloading before we worry about the vapor. Get a spanner wrench or a J wrench so I can make sure I can get these things tight. It acts like it's tight, but okay, I'm filling my liquid line. You're gonna hear it flowing. Another way to check to make sure obviously that everything is open would be open up your bleeder for a half a second. You hear it, you see it, you know they're open. All right, Let's start opening our end. Remember, we want that pump turning towards the back of the trailer. So I'm gonna push this guy. Wrong way. There we go. No leaks. We'll see if we can see the needles dancing. Ever so slightly dancing. Not really dancing at all, but it's also the furthest tank. So it will fill that one faster because it's the path of least resistance. It's the shortest route. She's really jumping now. We're gonna idle it up and then we'll get that vapor hooked up. Fan on, we do. We'll get that vapor line hooked up. Definitely rocking and rolling. And this one's fluttering ever so slightly. All right, well, let's kick this thing off and put a bow on this thing.